what's going on? It's leg day. First meal's about to go in, which is 80 grams of oats and 60 grams of almond butter. The reason I have such a high amount of almond butter is because I'm a shit bodybuilder, fitness person, whatever you want to call it. And I don't like avocados. I can't eat eggs for digestion purposes. I don't like salmon, so my fat sources are very limited, and it is pretty much just nut butter and olive oil. The reason I have oats rather than cream of rice, which a lot of people have, I've just kind of always had oats. They give me a little bit more energy. I usually do mix my protein with it as well, but I have the beef isolate, which just digests better, so I have a scoop of that as well. So yeah, 8 grams of oats, 6 grams of almond butter, and 30 grams of whey. I usually have berries as well, but I'm cutting, so at the moment they've been dropped, so that is why it is just oats and almond butter. I don't make my oats fancy, like a lot of people, like you see a lot of people do. I'm pretty basic. Oats, water, almond butter, and that is it. And then I usually have all the almond butter in one go. Make sure you get the 60. That's half, and we're out. Always have spare. I literally go through this like there's no tomorrow. But I prefer almond butter to peanut butter. I know the macros are slightly better, but it's literally not much. I don't really mix it up either. I just kind of like empty it out. So I'm now going to eat this. So literally the most basic bowl of oats ever. I got my beef isolate shake. To be honest, I'm not really a massive fan on that one. I've got blackcurrant, I took the risk. Lesson learned, just stick to what you know. Kiwi and lime's the ultimate. So I'm going to do some plans now, have this meal one. And then with leg day, I always have 3 meals before I train, whereas usually on another day it might sometimes be after my first meal or after 1 or 2, but I just feel like I need that extra food, the extra carbs and fats when training legs, obviously because it's going to be a lot more tax demanding. Have this, do a bit of work. I'll catch you for my next meal, which will be pre-workout meal going in. Didn't show you meal 2 just because this isn't a day called heavy eating, it's just food timings around my leg day. So I have a really basic meal, sorry guys. Chicken, 200 grams chicken, 200 grams Thai jasmine rice, and 10 grams of olive oil.
We're usually the best.
Bit of macaroni.
Leave it to somebody else.
One more like that. Come on, don't give a fuck with it, man. Just hold the spot.
One little desk setup.
Hold the spot, hold it.
So, intra has been made. We've got L-glutamine, just because I suffer with bad digestion, so I usually always have that in the morning and whilst I'm training, just because I like the sweeteners and stuff. 5 grams of creatine. Perform, never heard of that brand, but creatine's creatine in my eyes. And then I've got a new EA, which is actually really nice. It's TNT pineapple, no sorry, NXT pineapple, which is pretty good as well. So obviously because I'm dieting, I don't have any extra carbs. When I'm not dieting, especially on leg day, I would have some. But yeah, that is my finally got to the gym on leg day. There the walk. So back in the kitchen, post-workout 1 after legs. I really struggle to eat after I train legs, like especially if you train fucking hard, which is what I do. That's usually a good sign that you train quite hard. So I literally just have my protein shake, which is the beef isolate. Digests really easy, so it's quite easy to get down. And then obviously because I'm dieting, as I keep on saying, I really don't want to, I have 5 dry rice cakes. Did have jam and honey on it, and usually if I'm not dieting I will have like squares bars or cereal or something, but at the moment it's just that, it's just simple sugars and that. Usually I have liquid aminos, but I've just moved into this new place, so I'm still trying to gather stuff up. So I will sync this now, and then I will get my meal 2, well, post-workout 2 in like half hour. What I find as well, if you really struggle to get your food in after leg day or back, it's usually because your CNS is fucked. So I take ashwagandha. Once again, don't have any, because it just helps like kind of calm you down, get back your CNS back to normal. And obviously, because you want to eat when you're not in a high stress state, when you're in a more relaxed vibe, just because then you have to digest the food better. So that's why I always wait like half hour until I have my post-workout meal rather than having it straight away. Like I said, I really struggle to get this down. Terrible flavour, don't get it. If you're going to get the NXT beef isolate, get the cola one or kiwi and lime. And you don't want to see me eat dry rice cakes, do you? No, didn't think so. So post-workout 2, kind of. 200 grams of turkey. And if you don't already and you have a lot of rice like myself, you need to get yourself a rice cooker. If you're wondering why it's brown, it's because I like my sauce in my rice, so I literally just leave that in there, leave it in the whole day. It's just so handy because you can literally just cook a batch in the morning and then kind of just scoop out as much as you need throughout the day. So I have around 400 grams depending on what I'm doing. So it is quite boring, but it works. It's no different to any other carb source. So 200 grams of rice going in. Probably use the worst spoon. Literally I have. Do we eat with a spoon or a fork? Everyone seems to, that is the question, isn't it? I am a spoon kind of guy. I'm greedy as fuck. I like to shovel it in. I think I've actually overcooked this rice, which is a bit annoying, but it is what it is. Gotta get it to the gram. So usually as well, if I'm not dieting, I would have like, if you can have a cheat meal, I'd have it on leg day, just because you're gonna get the most out of it. See on that line. Whoa! That was embarrassing. It was literally, let's cut the spoons in there. That's why. So yeah, if you can have a cheat meal, I would have it on a leg day. However, I would just have it on the day that you find the hardest. If you find chest the hardest or back, use that. But for me, it would be leg day. But unfortunately, there's no cheat meal. So it's this meal, and I've got 1 meal left. I only have 4 or 5 meals a day, but I kind of condense it all in one go. So obviously, I have a slightly higher protein in my diet in each meal. So usually it's around 40-50 grams carbs. I'll have to work it out. A little bit higher on leg day than usual, but I'm gonna eat this because I'm fucking starving. I'll show you my last meal for leg day, and that's it. That is the nutrition side of things when it comes to leg day. Not much different, just slightly higher carbs. So if you can have a cheat meal, have it on your leg day. But it's all about the most important meals are your first meal, your pre-workout meal, and your post-workout meal. and then the rest of them kind of just jig around. So it's all about meal timing as much as it is the food that you're having. So yeah. Right, last meal of the day: chicken, asparagus, and almond butter. Oh the joys. But yeah, that's pretty much my food for leg day. Like I say, nothing changes, just slightly more carbs and slightly more fats. It's about 8 o'clock now, so my next meal won't be till about 10 tomorrow, so I'll do a 14-hour fast. And then tomorrow is all about recovery, which will be the next video. For now, I'm gonna eat this, do a little bit of work, drink loads of Pepsi Max, and eat loads of jellies. So, I hope you enjoyed my little food vlog for leg day.